Hey guys, so this video we're going to take a quick look at this Citizen Eco Drive Endeavor Sport Luxury watch that I recently picked up. We'll go through some of the features and give you a better look at it if it's something you would be interested in. First, I want to talk about the Eco Drive system if you are unfamiliar with it. They basically have a solar panel beneath the dial here, so whether it's artificial light like my workbench here or outside in the sunlight, that'll charge a lithium battery that is inside the watch. And once it's fully charged, you actually get a good amount of runtime. Like, it'll last months if it was in a case or in a drawer or something where it was getting no sunlight at all. It'll still last a couple of months. But ideally, every once in a while, you're wearing it. You have it outside. You're in an office or something where there's some light, and it'll keep this battery charged. Now, one thing to note is if your second hand starts doing 2 seconds at a time, like it's double jumping each spot, it'll do that to conserve energy when the battery is like really low. So that gives you an idea of the state of the charge, but really it'll probably stay charged all the time if you have any amount of normal use of this watch. When I got it, it was doing the double jump thing, and I just let it sit in front of a window for a couple hours today, and as you can see, it's just fine now. Now, this watch specifically also has the date. You can see at the 3 o'clock position, and that's actually magnified, so it makes it a little bit bigger, easier to read for you. We do have the rotating bezel. Now, it says it's dual directional. I could have swore in the documentation it said it was dual directional, so maybe I just don't know something about that, but we can rotate it this way. You can see the first 15 minutes has the red there with the notches, and then, of course, we have all the numbers. So you would set it to your minute hand like so, and it'll give you an elapsed time for tracking time. And it's a dive watch, so that's really what it's for, but people can use that for, anything. And you'll notice we have 2 sets of numbers here on the outer ring, the numbers that rotated with us, and then the inner ring on the dial there stays stationary. It does have the second hand. They are luminous hands, luminous. They glow in the dark. Oh, I got the flash on. Let's see if I can block that flash. Whoop, can I block just the flash? Maybe. Didn't account for that when trying to do the video. Let's see, can we man, you're just going to have to take my word for it. They glow in the dark. I'm going to have to remember that for next time. Now, I would say I kind of like the band because one thing I don't like about metal bands is it rips all the hair out of your arm sometimes, and that's annoying. So this should be more comfortable. I have to resize it. It's way too big for me. See, it's got the little push button here, and it opens up, and that's how the clasp is. But it's this silicone-like band, and you can see it has the pins like a watch where you would remove the links. Now, here's the thing, and it's probably the biggest thing I'm not a huge fan of, is these are spring-loaded pin, you're going to knock that out, and then you're going to separate this thing, and you have to cut these wherever you need to resize it and to make it smaller. Now, if you're going to be removing more than one, you want to do it evenly. One on this side, one on this side, one on this side, one on this side, and you work your way smaller. The problem is, okay, what if it's like a little too big and I want to cut one more? As far as I know, in the world of cutting things, there's not a way to uncut something. Like, once it's cut, it's cut. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to pay attention when I resize this thing, because you're going to want to err towards a little bit loose rather than a little bit tight. Now, as I'm looking at it, you may have a little bit of adjustment here because it looks like this size has 2 pins in it. So you may be able to fine tune on that right there. This side does not have that. So otherwise, it's a stainless steel watch. We do have a screw down crown. So, you just unscrew it before you need to make any adjustments. You have 2 positions. One position will change the time. The other position will change your date. To screw it back in, you just got to push it in a little bit and then turn it righty-tighty. But overall, I think it looks pretty sharp. And once it gets sized, I really wouldn't have any other complaint about it. I just kind of feel like, for what you gotta do to get it, maybe there's a better way, I don't like the idea of having to cut it. But that's what we're going to be doing here shortly. So there it is, the Citizen Eco Drive Endeavor Sport Luxury Watch. Thanks for watching.